David Tepper is now the new owner of the Carolina Panthers. He's a hedge fund manager. He's clearly a very smart guy. He's a billionaire. I mean, I don't know how you don't become a billionaire if you're dumb, truthfully. But David Tepper just said two things, and one I very much agree with and one I very much disagree with. I think it's interesting. It's fun. It'll be fun to talk about. So first I want to talk about the thing that David Tepper said that I agree with. David Tepper said that TV is now fractionalized. And he said that there are so many platforms, and David Tepper does not think football is being more affected than anything else in this country, the ratings of football, because they're going down. Ratings have gone down on cable in the NFL. And while it's very true, and I agree that ratings are going down, and I agree that TV is being fractionalized, I think that maybe less people are watching on cable. I don't know that, and this is where I agree with David Tepper. David Tepper said, I don't think it's being affected that much as we realize. I think it's possible more people follow football than ever before. And the reason for that is there are so many ways to do it now. If you take a step back, you look at the big picture, social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, yada, yada. You can follow the NFL on YouTube, and you can watch all the highlights. You don't even need to watch a whole game. You can just watch the highlights of what happened. And you can also watch on cable. There are so many different platforms. And I don't think just judging cable ratings is good enough to get a gauge of who's really watching the NFL. I think a lot of people are no longer watching the NFL. People are no longer watching the NFL on cable. That is my opinion. And I think that my guess is people are watching in other places on YouTube, online, through social media. They're following it that way. And I think it's very possible more people than ever are following the NFL. The fact is that cable ratings just don't reflect that. Cable ratings are dying in general, and I don't think the NFL is dying any more than anything else. That's what I agree with when it comes to David Tepper's take, because many platforms are replacing cable. Now, even though I agree with David Tepper on that, he said that ratings are being fractionalized and the NFL is probably not being heard as bad as being reported. Here's what David Tepper said that I disagreed with. David Tepper said he had a feeling. He just said, I have a feeling that gambling, legalized sports betting, was going to hurt the NFL's ratings and make them go down. And David Tepper goes, I just got a feeling. And I completely disagree with David Tepper's feeling. I know he's a billionaire. I'm a dumb kid in my room, literally. But I don't think that gambling is going to hurt the NFL ratings at all. Personally, I just don't. I don't bet on games. I'm not into it. I'm not a bettor. I have very, very little money anyways. I'm not willing to bet and gamble away any of the money I have. So I don't gamble. But what I do know is that if I was to gamble, if I was going to bet on a game, it would make me care about that game significantly more. And normally if I'm watching a blowout, let's say I'm watching the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, and the Browns are just killing the Ravens. The Browns are up 40-0. And normally I would turn the game off. I would be like, I'm not going to watch the Browns destroy the Ravens anymore. They're up 40-0, game over. However, if I have money on the game, I'm more likely to keep the game on because I have a vested interest now. I have much more interest than just, what's the score? I have interest in, is something going to change? Because I have money here. I have more of a reason to care about the game. And so I think there's no way at all that legalized sports betting will hurt the NFL's ratings. And I want to make that prediction now. The NFL ratings will not be dramatically reduced because of legalized sports betting. I don't think that will happen at all. My personal opinion, I just completely disagree with David Tepper, the new Panthers owner, when it comes to that scenario. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember, if you want to help Strong Opinion Sports grow, you can share this with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about this show. And always remember, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, everywhere you can find a podcast, as well as YouTube. My full entire podcast is on YouTube, as well as shorter, more interesting clips like this. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and take care. Bye.